I'd like to welcome everyone tonight to the 2015 State of the City Address. First, I'd like to express my sincere thanks to Council President Jim Graham and City Council for allowing time out tonight for tonight's update. And I want to thank members of my administration for your continuous hard work building the opportunities that define us. I'd also like to again congratulate the 2014 Whitehall Employees of the Year for their service to this community. We are pleased again to honor firefighter Keith Hanscom, police records clerk Tammy Sexton, police officer Dennis Allen, and street department mechanic Jerry Utzinger. In the audience today, we have residents, Whitehall business representatives, media and state and local dignitaries, and I couldn't be more proud to share with you all this evening about all the things that are going on here in Whitehall. When I came into office in 2012, one of the first things I wanted to accomplish was to give Whitehall's identity a facelift. Those of us who work, live, worship, and work here already know what a great small town Whitehall is. However, the Whitehall brand was far less positively received outside of our 5 square miles. This meant that we had to work on our brand, our website, and our communication, both within our community and outside of our community. We spent months working with a local marketing firm and listening to community members to further define this new identity. The school district spoke about the opportunities in Whitehall for great education. Local real estate professionals referenced the housing opportunities that are here. And residents highlighted the recreational opportunities, and business owners emphasized the opportunities to grow a business. Well, that's what we're all about, opportunity. And I'm proud of the opportunities that are here, and we're building more, piece by piece and project by project. Tonight, I'm going to talk to you a bit about how we're building that opportunity. We have so many great stories to tell, but first of all, I want to start with our financials. It's common knowledge that local governments have faced many challenges in recent years, with the decrease in the local funding from the state, the loss of estate tax, and the increase in telework agreements. But even with these challenges, the city is in a strong financial position to continue providing the services residents have come to expect, with the forethought for our financial future that our residents deserve. You just heard a presentation from the GFOA, which presented an award to the city and to the city auditor, Dan Miller, for excellence in accounting. I'm proud that organizations outside of the city and even outside of the state are recognizing our excellent fiscal management. Because of this, the city ended 2014 in the black by nearly $500,000. And likewise, total city revenue was up by 3.8% over last year. To put that into perspective, in 2013, the overall increase in city revenue was just 0.5%. We will continue to look at new and innovative ways to alleviate burden on the general fund by increasing revenue and by finding ways to save money to secure Whitehall's future. An example of the savings that the city has seen is with the Whitehall Employee and Wellness Center that opened in late 2013. Now, since the center's opening, 77% of employees have utilized the center. And as I reported last year, the city recognized a savings of $176,000 in its first year. Well, this year, I'm happy to report that we just completed year 2, and the Health and Wellness Center has an estimated net savings of more than $275,000. Folks, that shows we're committed to saving taxpayer dollars. The number of visits to the center also increased by more than 35%. To build on this concept, just last month, HR Director Lynn McNabb and our Economic Development Director Zach Woodruff presented a proposal to the Whitehall Board of Education to enter into a cost-sharing agreement for the center. This would allow school employees and their dependents to utilize the center just as our employees do. The partnership would allow us to expand hours, expand service, increase the medical offerings, and continue to save Whitehall taxpayers money. Thinking outside the box creates opportunities. And we're excited that others are recognizing that too. In fact, next week, the city will be honored as one of Columbus Business First 2015 Healthiest Employers, in a large part because of the center. And while we continue to explore opportunities to reduce costs, we understand we also have to increase revenue. By working with businesses, both large and small, and development-focused organizations such as Columbus 2020 and the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission, we are creating an environment that encourages growth and investment. The numbers speak for themselves. Since taking office in 2012, more than 1,000 new jobs and more than $35 million in payroll has been created or committed to Whitehall. From opportunities to Ohioans with disabilities, to Buckeye Motorsports, to Franklin County Children's Services and Wallet Communities, businesses and organizations are choosing to grow in Whitehall. And another of these businesses included in that total is Priority Designs. And we've been talking about that great group for some time now. But I'm excited that they'll be operating and open in their new building on Hamilton Road next week. I'm so excited about that. It's a beautiful building. Wow. And also, Right Rug chose Whitehall and has brought them hundreds of jobs to Whitehall. Let's take a second to hear from Development Director Zach Woodruff about Right Rug's new headquarters.
Hi, I'm Zach Woodruff, Development Director, and I'm standing in the soon-to-be completed corporate headquarters for Right Rug. Last year, Right Rug made the decision to move their entire operation and corporate headquarters to the city of Whitehall, and specifically to the Airport South Commerce Headquarters. As the newest tenant in our business park, not only are they bringing with them hundreds of jobs, but they're also bringing with them a tremendous amount of energy and momentum. On the other side of the park, at the old Oasis manufacturing facility, the city partnered with private developers to acquire and demo that facility. Now completely clear and ready for redevelopment, that 30-acre site is poised to see incredible opportunities going on this year. The developers are working to get their 140,000 square feet of manufacturing spec space out of the ground by the end of this year. Outside of Off Road, there's a lot of private investment going on. Companies like Wallet Communities, Buyers Auto, and Sandoval GMC, just to name a few, are all investing millions of dollars in capital to either locate, expand, or renovate their facilities. Combined, just these three partners alone will be investing over $20 million and creating over 100 new jobs in the city. 2015 is poised for exciting new opportunities as we continue to grow.
Now, as you just heard, Right Rug has moved its corporate headquarters into the former Kroger distribution facility, and we're so happy to have them as the newest cornerstone in the Airport South Commerce and Tech Park, which we unveiled last year. As Zach also mentioned, there are other changes coming to the business park along Poff Road. FedEx Ground is currently working to expand its facility to 66,000 square feet, and this is set to be completed by October the 1st. And at the east end of the park, you'll probably notice that the former Oasis building that was on the corner of Hamilton and Poff is down. It's gone. And by the end of the year, you'll see a 140,000 square foot building in its place. We're working closely with developers to find that perfect tenant for this industrial and manufacturing facility. Now, this relationship our Economic Development Department has formed with the developers of the former Oasis site is an example of something our city can offer, which others probably can't do that well. and that is a single point of contact. When someone calls to open a business, our development department makes it a priority to get to know the company and all of its representatives. This way, we can understand the unique needs of that business, and we look for the best options for the business. We're customer driven, and we're focused in all aspects of this administration, and that creates opportunities. Another way we're looking to enhance economic development is by completing an economic development strategic plan. Within the next few weeks, our City Council will receive a proposal to commission such a plan to help guide the city in residential, commercial, industrial, and retail growth. Though Whitehall is steeped in tradition and history, and we must never forget our tradition and history, we must continue driving forward to create opportunities for the next 1, 5, 10 years and future beyond that. The best way to do that is by planning and understanding what this city needs to focus on. I look forward to sharing with you the information about this very, very soon. Partnerships are helping us to be more creative and flexible in our development strategies. The Whitehall Community Improvement Corporation, otherwise known as the CIC, thank goodness, because that's a long word to say, is instrumental in projects to help further the city's economic interest. The CIC's board is made up of city elected officials and staff, business leaders, community leaders, and real estate professionals. Last year, the CIC was able to help facilitate the purchase and simultaneous sale of 35 acres of the Airport South Commerce and Tech Park in order that we could take the old Oasis property and tear that down, and for the Buyers Auto to build a state-of-the-art imports dealership that is set for construction this year. The CIC is also holding the contract to purchase a vacant apartment building located at 115 Schumacher Lane off of Hamilton Road. I know some of you in here know exactly where that's at.
Yes.
Council will hear the second reading of that legislation tonight for the city to take ownership of that property for future demolition. The building, which has been empty for a number of years, has received many code violations, and we're very happy to be able to find a better solution for that property and for our city. Another partner helping us to acquire and clear neglected properties is the Franklin County Land Bank. Thanks to that organization, 6 vacant properties were demolished late last year, and we're working to develop our 2015 plan. These demolitions were done at no cost to our taxpayers. With the demo comes an opportunity for infill housing. We're working with Habitat for Humanity Mid-Ohio to construct new homes at some of these sites where single-family homes once were. And as we continue to strengthen our partnership with Habitat, I'm confident that we will add to the number of homeowners here in our community and create opportunities for all families. Now, new housing is just one way we work to beautify our city. Another is a very successful home reinvestment program. And I'm so proud of this, I could bust, I think. This program is unique because it's not needs-based. It's open to the majority of our residents and homeowners on a first-come, first-served basis. The program allows residents to complete exterior projects they've been putting off. And in 2014, the city's $100,000 investment assisted 22 homeowners with their approved projects. That $100,000 that was leveraged gained another $106,000 in residential investment in our community. We know from talking with homeowners that the home reinvestment program created a snowball effect. Residents saw the improvements their neighbors were making, and it inspired them to go and fix up their home as well. And this is exactly what I was hoping for since the conception of this program. One thing I was not really expecting, though, was the reaction we've gotten from other communities around Central Ohio. We received phone calls from Newark, from Grove City, from Reynoldsburg, about how that they can emulate what we're doing here in Whitehall. Our city is one to watch because the opportunities that we're creating for our residents. And I'm excited that we're able to continue the home reinvestment program again this summer. Yes, we're going to do it again. For more information on the 2015 home reinvestment program, visit our website or call the Community Affairs Office. We'll also be holding an informational open house about the program from 6 to 7 on April 15th right here in this room. Representatives from the local Lowe's stores will be here on hand to talk about a special discount we're offering for those people who are approved for the program. That's one way of building relationships and partnerships that help our residents. I'm very excited about a new partnership, though, that we're beginning in 2015 with Rebuilding Together Central Ohio. Based right outside of Whitehall on 5th Avenue, Rebuilding Together will bring nearly 800 volunteers into the city's Country Club Village neighborhood on May 1st and 2nd to help fix up 25 homes. Let's take a second and hear from Rebuilding Together Central Ohio.
Hello, I'm Julie Smith. I'm the Executive Director for Rebuilding Together Central Ohio, and we are so excited to be working with Whitehall and the Country Club Village neighborhood this spring for our 25th Rebuilding a Healthy Neighborhood project. We're bringing 800 volunteers to work in your community to make homes safer and healthier for low-income senior and disabled homeowners, giving them the opportunity to age in place with dividends and dignity. We're so looking forward to working with you and your families as we make this neighborhood a place where people want to live and raise their families.
And Julie is right back here. Julie, would you stand up, please, so we can all Now, Rebuilding Together has been around for about 25 years and has been committed to helping senior and low-income homeowners with projects designed to keep residents in their home. Because when residents are able to stay in their home, we all benefit. Since last fall, their staff has been meeting with our homeowners to select the homes that they will focus on and what projects they'll focus on. The projects span from everything from electrical work to installing handicap accessibility appliances to cleaning up a yard. When we put together our proposal last year to ask the organization to come to Whitehall, we said we'd bring at least 70 community volunteers to help out. And I know I'm personally so excited to get out there and help in any way that I can. And if you're free on May 2nd, I urge you to just give a few hours of your time to come and help this great cause. There are 3 ways that you can sign up to help. You can stop by our Community Affairs Office here in City Hall, or you can call or sign up online using the URL that's on the screen. It's going to be a fun time for a great cause, and it's my goal that by the end of 2015, that through these 2 programs, we will have helped 50 Whitehall homeowners with significant home projects this year. Tonight, I also want to give you a recap about the My Home program. In mid-December, we officially exhausted funding for our own down payment assistance program that we launched in late 2012. In all, the city invested $250,000, and we helped 72 people purchase homes in our city. We provided assistance of about $3,300 per home purchased, and the average homeowner's income was more than 20% higher than was reported in our 2010 census data. I'm extremely proud of these numbers, and like the Home Reinvestment Program, this program created momentum in Whitehall housing. In fact, a January article in the Columbus Dispatch reported that median home sales in Whitehall rose 38.9% in 2014 over the preceding year, 2013. These stats prove that we are truly making a positive change in Whitehall and in the housing climate. I want to let you know that we're currently in the process of searching for alternative funding to relaunch the program. We want to continue to show Central Ohio and beyond what residential opportunities Whitehall has to offer. Now in 2015, you're going to see some great improvement when it comes to road work. Can we all say, yay? Yay! Starting in late spring, Hamilton Road between Fairway and Main Street will be repaved. The best part about it though, 75% of this $1.8 million project will be paid through Ohio Public Works Commission funding.
Yay.
The other 25% of the city will pay through a 20-year, no-interest loan. And likewise, the Ohio Department of Transportation is currently funding a bridge project over Big Walnut on Main Street that shall be completed by the end of the year. We're always constantly searching for additional funding and tools to be able to complete needed infrastructure projects. And that's exactly how we're funding the Main Street Streetscape project that you've been hearing about for a while. Construction on the median project between Maplewood and Collingwood will begin in just a few months, and it should be done by this fall. The project is funded through money generated by a special public infrastructure development tool known as a TIF. These TIF funds can only be used for certain specific public infrastructure projects in a specific area. Likewise, we're now planning a similar gateway feature on the north end of Hamilton Road that will include enhancing the railway overpass and the entrance to Whitehall Community Park. We've already secured OPWC funding for a portion of the project and are searching for additional funds to complete this work, so stay tuned for more information. Now, in the coming weeks, you're going to be hearing about a new police initiative. Our police department, under the direction of Chief Richard Zitsky, will be putting together 2 community partnership boards. One will be youth from our high school, and another will be adults from our community. We're already in the process of working with the schools to get a great group of diverse students together for this board. I believe that by further engaging our residents, we will build even stronger relationships between the community and our police department. It's our responsibility to be proactive in strengthening the strong and valuable relationships with all of our community members. I'd also like to give you a preview of some of the big changes that you're going to see happening in the parks this year. Our Parks Commission is currently reviewing the recommendations in the Park System Master Plan that was presented to Council late last year. We spent more than a year holding public meetings, conducting surveys, and talking with many stakeholders as possible about what their desires were for the park system. Now let's hear from the Parks and Recreation Director, Steve Carr.
Hi, I'm Steve Carr, Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Whitehall. During 2014, Park Commission completed the Park Master Plan, which we're going to see for the next 5 to 10 years. In the next several weeks, we'll be working with the administration and council to prioritize projects and move forward with those projects in 2015. Also, within the next several weeks, we will complete a feasibility study for renovation of the activity center at the Whitehall Community Park for its transformation into a recreation center. Those are 2 of the major projects that we have been working on and continue to work on in 2015.
The Park System Master Plan recommends changes at all 5 of our city parks. The biggest change coming is to Whitehall Community Park, where the current activity center will be rehabbed into a state-of-the-art community rec center beginning later this year. As Steve said in the video, the Parks Commission is planning on closing the activity center to the public beginning June 30th. A community center has been a priority of mine ever since I came into office and even before, and nothing ever has changed. I'm looking forward to seeing the Parks Commission's recommendations within the next few weeks and starting work as soon as possible. To be able to grow our community, we have to be able to provide first-class amenities that allows us to stand out and compare ourselves to other communities. And speaking of standing out, it's impossible to not mention the Whitehall Library branch on Broad Street. And I'm so excited about the grand opening scheduled for April 11th. This is an amenity that we can all be proud of. The library will feature a spectacular children's area, state-of-the-art technology, and will be the first library in the system to feature a drive-through to pick up or to give back your books. I mean, how cool is that? You don't even have to get out of your car. You can just sit right in as you're going to work, as you're coming home. So I'd like to hear from Shirley Freeman now.
Hi, my name is Shirley Freeman. I'm the manager of the Whitehall branch of the Columbus Metropolitan Library. We're just a little over a month away from the opening of our new location at 445 East Wall Street in Whitehall. This is an exciting time for the library staff and customers. This new branch, which will be about 3 times the size of our current branch, will have several features, one of which is a signature children's area named in honor of longtime Whitehall librarian, Youth Services Librarian Carr. We will be the first location in the Columbus Metropolitan Library to have a recording studio, to have a quiet study room with a fireplace. We look forward to having you join us on April the 11th for the dedication and celebration of
I think what I love about Shirley right there is the fact that you can hear the children talking in the background. And you know it's alive. That place is alive. So it's going to be wonderful when it opens. Now, I recently got to tour the building, and I joked that I wanted to move my office into the quiet study area right beside the fireplace. I think I'd get a lot of work done there. And, you know, I realized tonight I've really put a lot of information in front of you. And I hope after hearing all of this that you can really, really see the opportunities that we're creating both for our residents and our business community. 2015 is going to be a great year. In fact, it already is. Opportunity is here. I see it every day on the faces of my neighbors and the people that I meet in City Hall, the people I see on the sidewalk, and the people I talk to in the grocery store. And the thing about opportunity, though, is that it just doesn't happen. We have to create it. That's where opportunity comes from. It comes from us as a community. And I, along with my administration, am working to do that day by day and month by month and all through the year. So I want to thank you so much for coming out tonight and hearing about all of our exciting things that we've got going on in Whitehall. And I wish you all a good evening. Thank you so much.